News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Welcome back to the Yaffee program, doing my part in making radio great again. And you can help as well if you want to weigh in on the text line. The Yaffee text line, 866-494-9866, 866-494-WVNN. In just a couple of minutes, we'll continue our conversation with Christopher Reed, who is host of The Daily Controversy, also a retired lawyer. We're going to continue the conversation about Minneapolis. A little bit later on in the show, we'll also talk about Marco Rubio's appearance in front of the Senate yesterday, talking about NATO and Venezuela. Also some interesting stuff when it comes to Alabama politics, which I'm going to actually get into a little bit here as well, because we have to get into those headlines. We have the Alabama Bullet Points.
Alabama Bullet Points. Today's headlines from around the Yellowhammer State.
Brought to you by Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Number 4 today, John Wall reports that his campaign for lieutenant governor has already raised more than $1 million. That's right, $1 million within one day. That's the power of a Trump endorsement. Former Alabama Republican Party Chairman John Wall announced that his campaign for lieutenant governor of Alabama raised more than $1 million in contributions within the first day of its launch, making this the largest single-day fundraising total ever reported in an Alabama lieutenant governor race. Now, this came shortly after Wall officially entered the 2026 Republican primary race, qualifying around January 23rd through the 27th, following a high-profile endorsement from President Donald Trump the night before his announcement. Now, Wall, who resigned as the chairman of the Republican Party in Alabama, highlighted the haul as evidence of strong support for bold conservative leadership to defend the Constitution. Number 3 today, and I wrote about this at YellowhammerNews.com as well, U.S. Education Secretary hails Alabama for answering the Trump administration's call by expanding school choice. So U.S. Education Secretary Linda McMahon praised Alabama for leading in educational freedom and, quote, answering the Trump administration's call to expand school choice, as this is National School Choice Week. Now, McMahon commended the state for setting a standard empowering families to select the best education options for their children. Now, this recognition follows Governor Kay Ivey's State of the State address, where she proposed boosting funding for the CHOOSE Act, which was signed in 2024. It creates education savings accounts, as you know. Also could help with homeschooling. She wants to expand funding to $250 million for the 2027-2028 school year. Now, the program has already assisted over 23,000 students and expected further growth in the future. Number 2 today, Alabama's Laken-Riley Act has passed out of the State House Judiciary Committee. So the Laken-Riley Act, sponsored by Alabama State Representative Ernie Yarbrough, passed out of the House Judiciary Committee, named in memory of Laken Riley, the Georgia nursing student murdered in 2024 by an individual who was in the U.S. illegally. The bill allows Alabama state and local law enforcement agencies to voluntarily enter into memoranda of understanding with federal authorities, such as DHS or ICE. This is all to assist in enforcing federal immigration laws, including the arrest, detention, and investigation of suspected illegal aliens based on probable cause. Now, this measure, which advanced via voice vote after committee discussion and a public hearing that drew opposition from some Democrats and activists, Yarbrough expressed strong optimism for its full passage this session, citing support from House leadership and key senators, and dismissed critics on this. Number 1 today, Tommy Tuberville says he is unconvinced that the so-called attack on U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar during a town hall in Minnesota was legitimate. He thinks it might have been staged. So U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville, who's also running for governor, expressed strong skepticism about the legitimacy of an incident in which U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar, who is a Democrat out of Minnesota, was sprayed with an unknown liquid by a man during a town hall event in Minneapolis. Now, he appeared on the Benny Show podcast with Benny Johnson. Tuberville described the event as pretty much all staged, pointing to the attacker's front row seating and immediate flight to right as suspicious. Now, he echoed President Donald Trump's view that the incident was likely fabricated, attributing it to Omar's alleged pattern of deception, corruption, and ongoing investigations. Tuberville claimed Omar was trying to divert attention from her troubles, asserted she needs to be in jail, that she's guilty as they come, and also called her a phony on everything she's done. Now, I have no idea if this is I've talked to some people who are pretty reasonable people, and they think it was staged. Like, there's some evidence. I don't know. If I'm a senator or I'm the president, I just say, well, we shouldn't do that to lawmakers and move on. But whatever, maybe we find out in the future it's staged. Who knows? It's just a weird thing to stage, I think. Why would you stage someone spraying something on? I don't know. It's just strange. By the way, the bullet points brought to you by Larry's Pistol and Pond. Go to Larry's Pistol and Pond today. They're located in Madison, off Greenbrier Exit 3, next to the big rusty water tower over there off 565. You can buy a lot of great things there. So much to shop for there, and the customer service is really great. One of the only issues is that they're busy because so many people shop there all the time. I pass by all the time. You see the parking lot is full. That's because it's a great place to go. So if you're looking for maybe a new firearm or a used firearm or ammunition for that firearm, or maybe some jewelry as Valentine's Day is coming up, or maybe something else really nice for your loved one, or you just want to learn some history about firearm and ammunition, Larry's Firearm Collection Museum is in the back of the store as well. All of that and more is available for you at Larry's Pistol and Pond. Now, if you want to see the latest deals, go to pistolandpond.com. That's pistolandpond.com. Their sales ad is up there. And if you don't want to go to the Madison location, there is another one in Huntsville off North Memorial Parkway. When it comes to the best in jewelry, you can actually put it on layaway, which is really nice. They have special financing options, and you're already going to get a really great deal when it comes to that. Pretty much anything you buy, you're going to get a really great deal. And if you need to pawn or sell anything of value, you can do that at Larry's Pistol and Pawn. So go today, go to pistolandpond.com, find out more information. And when you do, let them know you heard about it from Yaffee. So Christopher Reed is joining the show. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about Tom Homan's press conference today, the future of Kristi Noem's career. Also, some interesting stuff going on in Minnesota as Amy Klobuchar, who is Minnesota senator, has just announced that she's running for governor. But really, we'll see. I mean, we got to talk about illegal immigration in total as well, and what comes next for the Trump administration. How does this look politically and everything else? So we have a lot to get to on the show today. I want you to stay with us. We'll be back in a moment here on the Yaffee program.
Yaffee program.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
It's back. Hey, it's Dan Bongino. I've got some big news for you. Starting February 2nd, the show is back. That's right. The Dan Bongino Show is relaunching, and we're going bigger than ever. Join me live on Rumble.com Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. We'll cover the stories that matter, cut through all the garbage, and get to the truth. Can't catch it live? No problem. Grab the audio wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, February 2nd, the return to the Dan Bongino Show. Don't miss it. It's back. Hey, it's Dan Bongino. I've got some big news for you. Starting February 2nd, the show is back. That's right, the Dan Bongino Show is relaunching, and we're going bigger than ever. Join me live on Rumble.com Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern. We'll cover the stories that matter, cut through all the garbage, and get to the truth. Can't catch it live? No problem. Grab the audio wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, February 2nd, the return to the Dan Bongino Show. Don't miss it.